What's up, survivors? It's time to tame some demon bats, or in other words, the Desmodus Draculae, one of 3 of Ark's new creatures that just came to the new Fjordur Map DLC. As you can see in this video, I've already tamed one, but we're going to go tame another one just so I can show you guys how it's done. I'm on single player right now with 2x rates, so basically official if you're on a 2x weekend. First off, here are some things you'll probably need to tame a Desmodus Draculae. They do spawn in a cave that spawns other creatures and bugs at a pretty high level. So if you want to bring some type of tame that you can ride to kill the bugs with, you could use a Megatherium. That'd probably be the best. If you already have an Andrewsarchus or really anything smaller, even a T-Rex can fit in there. So you could bring a T-Rex just to kill all the little mobs before you get to the Desmodus Draculae. In order to make things a little bit easier for yourself, you'll probably want a harpoon gun and some nets, and maybe a gun or a really good spear or sword, anything that could do a lot of damage very quickly to take out some of the lower level Desmodus Draculae that you don't want to tame. And I'll show you what I mean by that when we get there. And last but not least, you'll want some blood packs to tame the Desmodus, kind of like a Bloodstalker, although it does seem that the Desmodus Draculae don't take as many blood packs as a Bloodstalker does. So if you had about 100, you should be good. And for the new players that haven't made blood packs before, you'll want to craft a blood extraction syringe. And every time you use it, it takes away a little bit of your health. I'm in GCM mode, so it's not taking away my health. I think it's like 25 or 50 health per blood pack that you get. But then it gives you a blood pack, and there's a 5-second cooldown. So a method a lot of people like to use is to make a ton of sleeping bags or a ton of beds. Keep using it until it kills you, and then pick it back up off of your body after you respawn, and repeat that process until you have enough blood packs. All right, now that we've done all that, we should be just about ready to go. So let's head on over to where they spawn. Now, I'm sure there are probably other locations where the Desmodus spawns, but this is the first one that I found, located on the southeastern corner of the map at about 9178, underneath this lava flow at the volcano, kind of close to where the Wyvern Trench is. You'll find this half man-made, half natural tunnel, and this is where the Desmodus Draculae spawn. Now, like I said, there are some pretty high-level creatures that spawn in here that can be fairly difficult to deal with if you're not prepared. I've chosen to use my Andrewsarchus with its protective saddle so that the Arthropluras can't completely destroy my armor while I'm trying to get in there. Let's turn up the gamma just a little bit. The cave's not super long, but I'm just going to go ahead and clear out all these mobs. You'll probably want to clear out all the mobs as best you can, either with your weapon or with whatever tame you bring, just so that you don't have to worry about getting attacked while you're trying to tame one of these bats. Alright, so I just had to reset the spawns because I was in here earlier. There are some straight ahead, not too far into the cave, hanging from the ceiling. There's at least 2 that I can see so far. So now that I see them, just so they don't aggro on my Andrewsarchus, I'm going to put it in a cryopod, so don't forget to bring a cryopod. And then I'm going to sneak up to them. Now, if you're wearing ghillie, usually they won't see you even if you're just walking below. But what you don't want to happen is you don't want to start trying to tame a high level one and then have a low level one take you from it. It just gets really annoying and confusing. So that's why we brought our net gun. So I have a level 50 here, level 145 there. I'm going to net the level 50. And then let this guy pick me up. Now, I probably should have maybe tried to kill the 50 before the 145 picked me up. If it gets out of the net too soon and they start both chasing me, I'll try to net the 50 again. But for now, that should be good enough, especially if I just try to get a little distance away from that 50. And let's see if he'll pick me up again. Yeah, basically all you have to do is just wait for them to attack you and pick you up, and then sometimes you gotta jump into it a little bit, kind of like a Reaper Queen. And then they'll slowly start eating your blood packs. This is a 145 on 2x rates, and we already almost have it tamed. I've used, it looks like about 20 blood packs so far. I had 99 in that last slot when we started this. Let's see if I can jump into it. Nope. Try again. Come get me. There we go. Is that... Oh, he's getting close. He's like 90%. Okay, that 50 might ruin things now that it's here. Oh, okay. So we just tamed the 145. Easy, easy. Maybe I can net this level 50 so it'll let me go. Because I don't really care about taming it. Let's get out of here. Oh, missed him. Let's try again. I could just have my 145 kill it. And there you have it. The 145 has been tamed. I just got it out of the cave. Once again, I highly recommend clearing all the bugs and stuff out, or you might accidentally lose the Desmodus before you're able to get it out of the cave. And of course, take care of any other demon bats that are also trying to follow you out, like low-level ones that you don't care about taming. As for the saddle, it takes 180 fiber, 260 hide, 45 metal, and 120 wood. It's not too hard to make. Now let's check out what this guy can do. So right off the bat, pun intended, I'm going to show you that this guy can hang from the ceiling or even from walls. So he can actually hang upside down from ceilings. But if you go up to a wall that's not quite upside down, he can still hang there. It does switch you to like first person view whenever you do that, which I don't necessarily like. I kind of prefer the third person view, but you can just press K to switch to that. As far as other abilities, it can pick things up with right click, like maybe small allied dinos or other survivors. I'm not sure how it's going to work on PvP. I'm more of a PvE player, but I'm pretty sure you can pick up small dinos with the right click. When you attack things though, every attack, you get more blood packs. So let's say you need a ton of blood packs to go tame a Bloodstalker on Genesis 1. Go tame one of these guys first, because it doesn't take very many. I mean, we used, what, 35, 40 blood packs to tame this guy? Pretty easy. I'm getting attacked by basilisks here. I'm still in GCM mode, so I'm not taking damage, but that would have hurt a lot, usually. Once you have enough blood packs, about 200, you'll be able to craft a sanguine elixir. I'm not sure if I said that right. You can correct me if I'm wrong. So once you have 200 of them, you can craft it inside of the Desmodus's inventory. I haven't used one of these yet, but according to the wiki, if you use it next to a creature or a dino that you're taming that's knocked out, it'll increase the taming by 30%. You can also supposedly use it on dinos that you're raising, like baby dinos, to increase the imprinting by 30%, which I think is pretty amazing. For something that does that, to only cost 200 blood packs, which you can easily get just using one of these bats, I have to say, so far, this is probably one of this DLC's most useful tames. The Desmodus also has some really cool abilities that you can use at night. So first off, if you hold down your left click, this might work during the day too, I haven't tested it, but if you hold it down and then release, it lets out this kind of tracking sonar that lights up where other enemy dinos are. I'd say the Snow Owl's ability might be a little bit more useful, but this one's still good. Then if you hold down your right click and then let it go, you'll turn invisible, kind of like a rock drake, almost, maybe even more invisible. I mean, I can barely see that, and I've got my gamma turned almost all the way up. I don't know how useful this is going to be in PvE, but I could see this being somewhat useful in PvP. All right, guys, that about covers it for the Desmodus Draculae. If you have any other tips or tricks that you'd like to share with other Ark players, please be sure to comment them down below. Or if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.